Yeah! It's your boy Polo the Swag King, and welcome to another episode of Polo's POV. If you thought about it, we probably go talk about it. Life, love, and all the above. And now that you know what type of party it is, let me stop with all the shucking and jiving and come on with the come on. How y'all doing? You miss me? You know I miss you. Man, I appreciate y'all rocking with me one more time. We finna get this thing on the road. And you already know I can talk about this, I talk about that. But I appreciate you for fucking with me. You know what I'm talking about? I think I want to start off with the lady in Walmart. She didn't even know she was gonna make a podcast. Cause like I go in Walmart, I'm just getting a rack of ribs and a lemon. That's all I need. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to certain places to get this food nowadays because of the pricing, and that's if they even got it in stock. So anyway, I'm walking up there with my baby backs and my lemon, and I come down the aisleway. I see self-checkout. I go into self-checkout, and the next thing I know, I hear, "Am I not in line?" I'm like, what? I turn around, I'm looking, and there's nobody. But man, she's across the aisle, like in the clothing section, and I was like, well, I apologize, ma'am. I didn't know you was in line. I mean, you standing across the aisle in the clothing section. It's a rack of clothes on your left side and your right side. How I know you ain't shopping for blouses? Or I don't know what you doing. I just know you're not in the immediate area of the self-checkout. But I said all that to say this. She's like, am I not in line? That's my crazy ass white woman voice. Like, okay, all you had to do is say, excuse me, sir. The line starts here or something like that. And you know, me personally, when people get ignorant with me, I do my best not to get ignorant with them because 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna do a better job of being ignorant than you. So I try not to get myself to that point. And people misconstrue that because just because I'm keeping my cool, because I know I'm gonna be just as dumb as you when I lose my cool. But anyway, so I apologized to her. I was like, well, ma'am, you know, it's not that big a deal. I said, but you are standing way over there. I mean, how do I supposed to know that you in line over here if you standing way over there? I'm talking about across the aisle and everything. If you ever been in Walmart, she's across the aisle in a whole nother section. You damn sure ain't in the self-checkout section because if you was, I would have saw you. And I would have not got in front of you with my rack of ribs and a lemon. But anyway, so I told her, well, ma'am, go ahead. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, I just didn't know you was in line because you was over there. And the lady behind her, I was like, ma'am, I did a hand gesture for her to come on through. She was like, nah, you good. You only got 2 items. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, well, my bad. I didn't want to be jumping in front of nobody because you see how she acting about it. And she was like, yeah, she could have asked better than that, you know. But yeah, that's just some people, man. And people do shit to get a reaction out of you. But, you know, I'm growing, getting older, and I'm learning. Everything don't deserve a reaction. Even if you want to react to it, it don't deserve it. So all I did was just made her look stupid. And so I come in right behind her, actually get through checking out before her. And, you know, I see the clerk standing there because I'm done talking to her dumb ass. So I told the clerk, I said, man, maybe y'all need to put up a sign or something to alert people or make people aware that the line could go across the aisle into the clothing section. You know what I'm saying? Or put a little, you know, with the, you know, the little red carpet tape or some shit up. Caution tape. I don't give a damn what kind of tape. But I don't need nobody saying, am I not in line? To me, you know what I'm saying? When I'm just trying to get my food and get the hell out of there. It was Sunday. I was trying to get back and watch football. Man, you know how that shit go. But anyway, man, we got to switch gears on that, man. Let's shake that off. That's just shit crazy. And it was like she felt like she was entitled to something. But anyway, fuck that bitch. In case y'all don't keep up with baseball, some do, some don't. Roger Mayor's home run record during the regular season was broken by Yankees' Aaron Judge. This record was set like 62 years ago. And the ball was caught, the 62 record-breaking ball was caught by an investment banker. Now, you would think for the love of the game, this a home run, this a record-breaking ball. In them 61 years, this record done stood. It's kind of like the Tom Brady ball. But this guy was an investment banker. Now, I ain't the smartest man in the world. But what you think an investment banker go do with a home run ball that's a record breaker that he caught? You think he go give it back for the love of the sport so they can put it in a museum somewhere, or, Aaron Judge can keep it for his personal trophy case or something like that? Or you think he go sell that bitch to the highest bidder? Probably New York Yankees they sell, or the state of New York. But by him, just the fact that he being an investment banker, he trying to make him $1. You know what I'm saying? Investment banker, them two words. I don't think he giving the ball back. Some people do, some people don't. I think good luck with that. He gonna sell that motherfucker to the highest bidder. And then honestly, he hold on to it. Might go for a little more than that down the line. Who knows? But shout out to that guy. Switching gears up a little bit. And I think this is a little rewarding for some people. Biden been doing a lot of shit. For one, he done pardoned simple federal marijuana charges. Now if you got caught with them bricks or them kilos or them pounds on the border, now you can get this shit off your mind. But this is for simple federal marijuana charges. He's gonna pardon them nationwide. But now don't think this is federal now. Don't get it confused. You got state and federal. Now, if you got caught down there by the school with a couple pounds trying to sell off at school, yeah, your ass gonna stay in jail. That's state. You got to take that up with your senator, governor, or something like that. But now, if you're doing fed time on a simple marijuana charges, Biden is gonna pardon all your charges. Then he's also go pledge $60 million to help with Puerto Rico after the hurricane, which that was crazy. If y'all seen the devastation and damage, I know I did my part. I donated. I didn't know that was going to add it to my phone bill, though. I thought it was going to come off my bank account or some shit like that. I didn't know. But I was trying to help. You see these commercials, donate this to, because if you can afford it and you can help it, why not help somebody out, man? Because that could have been your home or something like that. Lord knows what I do. If I get my stuff. Half of my shit, half of it, I don't even know where it's at now, let alone a flood water come through and wash it out or, something like that. It's crazy. But if you haven't been on the rock anywhere, baseball has started. They're about midways. I wouldn't say midways, but you got a couple people that got put out the playoffs, but you still got Major League Baseball if you're interested in it. Me personally, I don't mind playing baseball and all that. But, yeah, I don't, that and NASCAR, golf, it's just something I just never been interested in watching on TV. I'm interested in doing all of it personally. I like driving fast. I fuck around with some golf. I ain't no good at it, but mini golf, man, I might do something to you now, depending on the course. And, baseball, I play with my children. I used to play when I was younger, but just for us watching it on TV, it's really not my cup of tea, but shout out to the people that do. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. Well, switching it up one more time. Gotta shake that mojo off. Tom Cruise. Man, everybody like Tom Cruise. And you know what? Tom Cruise ain't his real name. I just found that out recently. He got a long-ass last name. And I don't blame him for going with Cruise. But yeah, y'all, that's something y'all got to look up on your own time. But I know it's not Tom Cruise. It's just like Alicia Keys ain't Alicia Keys. I think hers is actually Wyndham or something. And that's a lot of these. John Legend. I don't think that's his, Legend is his last name. But I love John Legend. Shout out to him. But anyway, Tom Cruise might be the first actor to film an outer space movie. They're thinking about shooting some of the movie here on Earth, and then they're going to shoot parts of it at the space station. And man, shout out to Tom Cruise, because buddy, you know how much money they pay? Well, he a top-notch actor. Like, he up there with Denzel and, Morgan Freeman. Like, they ain't taking no chump change. And so if they got to go film over in New Zealand for a couple months or, Europe or something for a couple, they dropping that Charlie because they away from their families. They got to live in trailers and, different stuff going back and forth to the set for a long time. So they get paid the big bucks. So what kind of check they gonna give a man to send him out of space? I'm talking about what? What kind of check you think they gonna give Tom Cruise for him to go out of space and film? For one, he gonna have to train to go out of space. It ain't like you can just say you want to go out of space and go out of space. It don't work like that. Now you got to take some training. They got to make sure that you physically able. It's a lot going into it. That's why everybody ain't astronauts and everybody won't be an astronaut. Cause you got to have the mental capacity. You know what I'm saying? You can't tank under pressure and shit like that. You got to be on point. So I can only imagine what that chick gonna be like. And take it from me, it wouldn't surprise me if it's gonna be a undisclosed amount. You know what I'm saying? Cause they gonna be like, yeah, we have to take another motherfucker to space. You ain't Tom Cruise, and we ain't gonna pay you like this. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of outer space and checks and stuff, man. Now, me personally, I don't know how nobody else will feel about this, but the government want to put the speed limit technology in cars. A lot of cars sense speed, like most new model cars, it senses with the speed limit and it'll tell you. But this technology right here, it's going to make you do the speed limit. If the speed limit 35, you ain't going to be able to go over 35. I wouldn't give a damn if you got a Ferrari, a Porsche, a Corvette, Audi. And then to be honest about it, what going to be the purpose of even buying a car like that? Because if the speed limit 55, you got a V12, but you can't do nothing but 55. Now, I understand the logic on it because, it's over 20,000 people this year alone died in car wrecks. So I can understand like a safety issue or something like that. But are we going too far with this? Like you telling me, I understand the safety in it, but what about the freedom of me buying? I'm not buying a sports car to go slow. You know what I'm saying? Maybe where I go slow at or where I go fast at, that's on the driver. But people don't make these cars. And then I think about it like this too. How many speeding tickets? You ain't gonna be able to give out no speeding ticket. So that's gonna be less revenue. That ain't nobody gonna be in court, or not for speeding anyway. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no using the police even trying to sit on the interstate with their little radar gun on because you can't go over 70, 80, or whatever the speed limit is on that interstate. So I don't know about this one. I've heard they brought it up, but I don't see it going nowhere. Cause like I said, just because I know they probably make buku millions of dollars off fines and tickets for speeding every year. But y'all, if you want to hear something crazy, Texas Pete, the hot sauce, is being sued because they made in North Carolina. North Carolina. Y'all remember what was that? The commercial was it a salsa commercial? It's made in New York City. So I guess this is one of them little issues right here. But somebody taking Texas Pete to court because they're saying, man, I thought I was getting something authentically Texan, but come to find out, y'all made in North Carolina. And y'all lied to me about the hot sauce, and I'm suing you. And believe it or not, y'all, crazy as this world is these days, I wouldn't be surprised if they won. But are you going to stop eating Texas Pete just because it's made in North Carolina? Hell nah, you ain't. But somebody found the lawsuit, and I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't come on. I don't know what they expect, hot sauce for a year. Or, I really don't know you bought a bottle of hot sauce. Did the eating the hot sauce on your fish and you found out it was from North Carolina and gave you emotional trauma. Now you can't eat fish the same. People come up with all kind of stupid shit. But I don't know, bro. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if some judge somewhere give it to them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what would be the revenue or the cash stream from it, but who knows? That's just something to keep an eye on. And if you have any questions or comments about anything I've talked about, you can hit me at MarcoPolo2K at iCloud.com. Polo_DA_D as in dog, A as in ass. underscore swag underscore king on Instagram, Polo the Swag King 1 on Twitter. And moving right along, y'all thought the gas prices were bad now. Well, Saudi Arabia talking about they cutting back on oil production, so that's gonna be less oil on the market. Even if we do release more from the reserve, which I would think Biden would do eventually, but we can't just keep dropping oil from the reserve, because eventually it's called a reserve for a reason. It's the baddest of the bad, but if you keep getting it out the reserve, eventually you ain't gonna have nothing in the reserve, and then you go have a real problem. But Saudi Arabia is cutting back oil and gas production. Oil production. So that's going to roll over into the gas production, and therefore gas is going to go up. So I don't know, I got my little 4-cylinder in the shop right now because I've been riding around in this Tacoma with these big boy wheels on them. But that ain't going to cut it with the gas prices ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting to hear from my mechanic any day now. I got my little Dodge Stratus. Oh, man. I'm talking about we fighting on all 4 cylinders. It ain't much, but it's enough when gas $3 and $4 a gallon. I heard it's like $7, $8 in California. So glad I don't stay in California. And speaking of California, man gets caught in California with 3.6 kilograms of drugs, mostly fentanyl. And, I don't know, but so I hear. A kilo is about 36 ounces. You do that time 3, that's 108 ounces. That can be broken down and did a lot of stuff with. So I hear now. So I hear. And you ain't even got to worry about the 0.6. Because it don't matter. Man, they finna throw him away. You hear me? And the fentanyl alone, because fentanyl been killing so many people. It only take a small amount for people to OD. They actually been talking about making it a form of mass destruction, or classifying it as a weapon of mass destruction. So that's how serious they is about fentanyl. They saying this motherfucker the equivalent of a nuclear bomb. Now that might be exaggerated, but really I don't think so, because there's so many people dying from it. If you did your research and did the math on it, it's so many people dying per day overdosing on fentanyl. Matter of fact, I heard somewhere the Narcan, like the little shot to stop overdosing, they're like putting it in schools, like they handing them out like condoms or suckers or some shit, because the threat of somebody overdosing is so high and so common. And it's sad, but it's true. Well, y'all, on the flip side, y'all know Halloween coming up, and everybody's gonna be out doing what they do. But check this out. They got a place called McCaney Manor. It's outside of Nashville, and they're offering you $20,000 if you can stay the night in this haunted house. Nobody has done this in 2 years. And if you like most people, hey man, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna pop me an Ambien and go to sleep, or I'm gonna go in, I ain't coming out regardless. I understand that. But let me talk to you on the flip side of this now. Listen to me real good. First of all, ain't nobody done this in 2 years. And 20 grand might not be worth a spirit or demon or whatever following you home. You might leave McCaney Manor and that motherfucker end up at your house in Laurel, Mississippi, or Gulfport, or Louisiana, or wherever the hell you from. You know what I'm saying? So that's one. That's just how Polo taking it down. This Polo POV. These my views. This is what I think. And I represent any publisher or platform that carries this podcast. So whether you believe in spirits and shit like that or not, I think you kind of playing for fire. And then for two, for one, they go drug test you. You got to take a physical, and you got to sign a waiver that's saying anything happening to your ass, it ain't their fault. And then how you know, they want to make sure you don't get the 20 grand. They in that motherfucker trying to knock you off. They gonna make sure you walk across the floor, they gonna have something fall out the roof, hit you in the head. And then you can't sue them because you done signed the waiver before you came in there. And 20 grand might seem like a lot of money, but it might not be worth the trouble you gonna have to go through. especially if Annabelle follow your ass home. You know what I'm talking about? And now you at home, you can't sleep, and every time you see a doll, you fucked up in the head about it. So I don't know. Me personally, fuck that 20 bands. I know people at McDonald's making 20 bands. It ain't worth that kind of trouble. Every time you walk by a flower, it just start dying and you don't know why. Come on now. And then all this, I got a sign, a waiver saying anything happen to me. Man, come on now. Hell no. Hell no. I'm good on that one, pimp. But anyway, y'all, let's flip that out, because I ain't gonna lie, just talking about that is fucking with me. So let's talk about family business. You know, if it's not too personal. When I was growing up, they say you don't talk about family business. But our family business, it ain't got to be bad. And somebody might be going through the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But I want to talk about my son, Terrell. I talk about him a lot, man. He's my youngest son. And we enrolled him in pre-K. And if you got the opportunity, you got the means, enroll your kids in pre-K, man. It'll help them out a long way. The studies are there showing that pre-K students excel. And I just got a paper in from his kindergarten class. As of right now, he's reading like he's halfway through the first grade, but he's in kindergarten. His test scores are 96% higher than most kids in the nation. Not the state, the nation. And these are legitimate tests that the school runs. And I ain't gonna say I'm the dumbest motherfucker in the world, because I got 2 GEDs. So, and we come from a family of we might not make good decisions, but we are good thinkers. So I'm not gonna take any credit for that, but I will give it all by enrolling him in pre-K. I think it set him up and prepared him for kindergarten and the rest of it. But I'm proud of my little man. If I can just get him to act right, man, because he bad as hell. He doing his work. He make good grades. Oh, he bad as hell. I'm talking about it. And he just learning every day, picking up on this and that. He's at that stage where he watch you, see what you doing, so he'll know what he can get away with. You know what I'm saying? He was looking at you. When you go left, he go right. You know what I'm saying? He better be good in sports, because he sure know how to dodge me. You know what I'm saying? In the playing sleep stage, it wasn't me. He trying to lie, all that old good stuff. But he get on my nerves a lot, but I wouldn't trade him for nothing in the world. You know what I'm saying? That's my little man. So shout out. I'm going to just call him Junior, Terrell Jr. I'm going to just call him that because I want to put his whole name out. The people that know. If you don't know, you don't need to know. But anyway, y'all, I hate to go from the highs to the lows, but duty calls. Teen in Raleigh, North Carolina shoots and kills 5 people. And here we go again with the mass shooting, man. And it's like, the sad part is it's getting more and more common. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you'll bring it up by the time somebody say something about it, another one doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? And it's people saying gun laws, gun control. Me personally, I don't think that's the answer, for the simple fact the criminals don't abide by the laws. You know what I'm saying? So if you got to be this age to get a gun, you got to do this, It might help as far as teenage mass shootings, but as a whole, it's not gonna. I don't think it'll do that big of a job, because the people that's committing the crimes, they criminals anyway. They might knock a dent out as far as a teen. They can't just go in there because they mad at somebody at school or something like that. But you had the guy, what was that, in Tennessee or something like that? He was just riding around shooting people. Stole a car, just riding around shooting people. No reason. So, I mean, I think a lot of it starts at home. A lot of these kids ain't got no guidance. They out there on the, oh boy, you got the gas, you got the pills. I mean, and it's just a sad thing to see, and it's nobody there to tell them, show them, or teach them, like, this ain't necessarily what you got to do. Your gun ain't the answer to everything. Taking a person's life ain't the answer, because once you take their life, your life is essentially gone too. Whether you get shot by the police, retaliation shooting, or you go to jail. You know, either way, you both sides of the family hurt. You know what I'm saying? The victim and the perpetrator. So there's really no win in it. And honestly, is anything worth taking a person's life. I mean, you that mad. I promise you ain't gonna be that mad that second day in jail. Or, if you could see it, that first or second day laying on the morgue table and your family in there identifying you and crying about it. And they don't care how bad you was, you still they baby. So I don't know, man. I think it's a lot that needs to be put into this. I think mental health. Man, what happened to the 4-H clubs and the community centers and stuff? Like, people can go there and you know what I'm saying? They gave out milk and who the hell still drinks milk, by the way? But they give out milk and play games and stuff. And you got these older guys, some of them ex-gang members and stuff, and they talk to the youth and they chill with the youth till their parents get home or their parents pick them up from the building. I don't see none of that in the community no more. I see a bunch of abandoned buildings. I see liquor stores, quick stops and stuff like that. But you don't really see buildings that's go help build up the community or give kids a outreach or an outlet. You know what I'm saying? It can be just a simple building with a couple of, art boards in it. And they can paint in there or something, or just a basketball court. You don't even see that no more. They're turning them down. They're growing up. It's just and a kid growing up in certain situations, that's all they see. So that's all they know. They don't know if they go 10 miles down the street, it's a playground with green grass and a basketball goal with the nets on it, freshly painted lines. They don't know that. And ain't nobody taking them because either the parents are either in jail or they at home, but they ain't involved in their life. So I don't know, y'all. As a people, as Americans, we got to do better, man. And any questions or comments, you can hit me up at MarcoPolo2K at iCloud.com. Polo_D as in dog, A as in apple, _swag, _king on the gram, and Polo the Swag King 1 on Twitter. And y'all, here we go now. I already know some people ain't gonna like this, but I'm just telling you what's going on. The January 6th committee, if you don't know what that is, they investigating the insurrection, or as I like to call it, them crazy ass white folk listening to Trump storm the Capitol building and try to take it over. The January 6th committee voted 9-0 to subpoena Trump to testify about the insurrection. That's how they reported it, y'all, the insurrection. But let me say it again. I firmly stand by this. Crazy ass white folks listening to Trump try to take over the Capitol building over the election. The election was not stolen. Polo sitting here telling you the first. It was not stolen. These are my views. They don't represent any publisher or platform that carries this podcast. It is proof. You hear the word proof that the election was not stolen. He got lawyers. He got plenty of lawyers. And he tried to go through every court and they shot him down. It was like, you don't have a case here. There's nothing. Bring us some evidence to say this was going on and we'll give you the flow. We'll file appeals. We'll do whatever you know. But they never came up with it. And as a matter of fact, this committee that voted 9-0, that means wasn't nobody in Trump corner. A couple of them he put on that committee. A couple of these people he put in office. So they had some sort of loyalty to him. But the facts are the facts. And people, I've been preaching this on this platform since I got it. Don't take my word for it. Don't take Trump's word for it. Don't take nobody's word for it. Do your own research. Don't sit here on Facebook, Twitter, and let somebody else tell you what's going on. Because it's been proven. A lot of that you got people that don't even stay in this country, don't know nothing about this country, and they just putting up posts and stuff trying to get you to sway one way or the other because of their political interests or who making them money. That's what's really going on. You got certain news outlets that do it. You got certain radio stations that do it. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be independent. I'm going to say Polo's point of view. And I'm going to report the facts as I know. If I'm wrong, or if you prove that I'm wrong, please let me know. And I'll report that. I'll be like, you know what? So-and-so hit me up, and I was wrong. I stand corrected. I ain't got no problem with that. But We can't keep spreading the rumors and the lies because it's just going to make a bad situation worse. And I'm going to put it like this. I ain't got nothing in my house top secret. And I'm going to leave that alone right there. I ain't going to even say no more about that. I ain't got nothing in my house top secret. I got some stuff that's secret. I got some stuff I might not want nobody to see. But I ain't got nothing in this motherfucker top secret. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, y'all, let's leave on a lighter note. How about Chick-fil-A? They say they got the slowest drive-through time in America at 8 minutes, 29 seconds. Now, I'm from the South Mississippi area, the Pine Belt. That's around average for us. I ain't gonna even bullshit you. And Chick-fil-A do pretty good because we got one on 16th Avenue, another one down in Hattiesburg. But they do pretty good where we from. I don't know where these numbers came from. And I'm a vouch for Chick-fil-A in my area. But now, the motherfucker that go have you sitting there, you can check your emails and probably type your boss. That's going to be Hardee's and Checkers. Like, you can be the only car around here now. I don't know how it is in your city or your state, but around here, man, you can be the only car at Hardee's and still be there about 10, 15 minutes. And Checkers, oh, you can forget. They got they got to drive. Well, it's either Checkers or Rallies, depending on where you at. They got to drive through on each side of the building. And you still going to be in that mug about 10, 15 minutes. I'm talking about for real, for real. It's the craziest shit ever. But I don't know who did this survey. And it might be some Chick-fil-A's back off in the backwoods somewhere. You know, they got to go catch the chicken first or some shit. I don't know. But Chick-fil-A drive-through times ain't that bad around here. Like I said, it's Hardee's and Checkers leading the way in my area. But anyway, y'all, I'm coming to a close. I like to wrap this thing up by thanking y'all for dealing with me, listening to my podcast. Please interact, y'all. Marco Polo 2K at iCloud.com. Polo _DA, D as in dog, A as in apple, _swag _king on the gram. Polo the Swag King 1 on Twitter. And remember, y'all, these are my views. They don't represent any platform. So don't be writing my publishers and nobody talking your shit. Because this is all on me. I also have some music. Polo the Swag King on all platforms. And that's D as in dog, A as in apple, Polo the, not THE. That's So Fly, the anthem, and Ants in Our Pants, all one word. But if you Google me, it should pop up. I appreciate y'all. And until next time, be good and be safe and peace.